I saw this on X earlier today. I was shooting around looking for stuff for the show. This popped up. The algorithm knows that I'm a husband, and I guess the algorithm also knows that I have a stay-at-home wife who takes care of our 4 kids. She's busy chasing them around during summer break, which is
it's a job you don't want. Fair enough, right? It's a job you don't want.
No, that's not true.
You don't want to.
No.
Would you? I don't want to derail the story.
Boy, that was a gross generalization that you just made. It's a job I don't want. No, I love what I do here, but I love being with my kids too.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I won't even ask if you would switch roles and you would stay home, be
Go
a
ahead and
stay-at-home.
ask.
Would you be a stay-at-home dad with the 4 boys?
None
and
of your
Jane?
business. No, I'm just kidding.
I miss you so much.
Here's the thing. It may not be practical for me to stay home with my kids.
Right.
Because I'm not as good a parent as my wife.
Well, I thought you were going to say in a misogynistically controlled world, your wife can't earn a living enough to support the family.
No, I'm saying my wife is a much better.
Kidding, but your wife's got massive earning potential.
My wife is a much better, and for many years she made way more than I did. My wife is a much more patient parent. Her parenting skills are she's phenomenal.
There you go. Good.
And honey, if you're watching this, I hope you're watching this. And I hope you're listening. And if you're not watching, I'm going to remind you when I get home that you should check this segment of the show out because you're the best mom in the world.
There you go, buddy.
All right.
Despite Spike's misgivings.
Despite Spike's horrible thoughts about me. Laura, where's the audio for this? Stay-at-home salary. Here we go. All right. There's a lady on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but this was reposted on X. And she is making the argument that stay-at-home moms should be compensated by the working husband.
Okay.
Listen to this. Now,
Okay.
she sounds a little like, I don't know, sounds a little bit like a jilted ex or something. I can't tell.
Okay.
She doesn't have a wedding ring on. Lots of opinions. I don't know if she has a family of her own. I don't know if she has a bad past. Whatever.
Gotcha.
But let's take her argument, and then you and I can discuss the merits of whether or not a stay-at-home mom deserves to be paid by the husband a salary. And let's talk about it. But listen to this first.
If you are a stay-at-home mom, you should be receiving a salary from your husband. If you are a stay-at-home mom, otherwise known as a non-compensated working mom, and you are married to a man, your husband, the compensated partner, should be paying for the uncompensated labor. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of off men in the comments, but try to replace you. Try to replace a stay-at-home mom. You're going to be paying for a chauffeur, a chef, a nanny, a project manager for the house. In fact, recent data has shown that stay-at-home moms, non-compensated working parents, if you had to pay them a salary, it would be at least $175,000 a year. So if you are a non-compensated working mom, if you are a stay-at-home mom, you deserve a salary from your husband.
All right, here's my very quick, short response to this. We'll get into it in greater detail, but here's my initial thought on this.
Dum, 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 dum.
But Spike, I wanted to hear you, and Laura, I want to hear both of your thoughts on this. What do you think about stay-at-home moms being compensated by the husband? And I assume she means like a actual.
She said a salary.
Bi-monthly paycheck.
She wants a
right?
salary. Yeah, she said you should be paid a salary. You're uncompensated.
Uncompensated.
I would. Well, yeah, I'm a very traditional person in my life. I've had the luxury, the blessing of having a stay-at-home mom in my life. I've been able to earn enough of a living that my wife was able to stay home and raise our kids and care for our home.
Same in my house. It's not without choices, though. You're making sacrifices.
Yeah, you are. But in exchange for that, my wife got free room and board. A couple nice vacations a year.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Use of the family car whenever she needed to. There was some compensation.
Put money in her bank account from time to time.
Once in a blue moon, she'd get a little time out with the girls, maybe. A new dress, come every other Sunday. I don't know. Now, I'm being facetious, but, first off, this sounds like this woman doesn't understand what a partnership is between a husband and a wife with regard to raising a family, and being in a family.
The fact that she's not wearing a wedding ring, this is just an assumption, but it might have something to do with her opinion.
That may very well have something to do with their opinion. I don't share her. I understand that stay-at-home moms perform I wouldn't say an invaluable service even. Not 175 is the monetary value they're putting on that. I say it's less in Tulsa, Oklahoma than it is in San Francisco.
Lady. They're worth more than that.
Not in Tulsa. It only costs $68,000 to do all that in Tulsa with the kind of.
It depends on where you live.
Yeah, I think what it really is.
It's invaluable.
All women who stay at home need. I think, if I'm able to make a broad generalization statement,
sure,
is support, respect, and appreciation. Boom.
Yeah.
Don't put it.
Nice.
Good luck putting a number on that.
Laura, what do you think of this? Good idea, bad idea?
Well, I'm not wearing a wedding ring, and I have a lot of opinions.
Okay,
so I'm
let's
happy
hear
to
it.
jump
Oh,
into
we're out of
this.
time.
Great.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were saying?
I agree with her, but like with a caveat, because I've long said that this would be one of my conditions of staying at home because
Would be what?
what?
Getting a paycheck?
Oh, slow down there, Ace. You were saying?
Here's the thing. My parents are divorced, and women will put a lot of energy, labor, and deplete their own earning potential in the workplace by stepping out of the workplace for several years when they choose to be stay-at-home moms.
A lot of sacrifices are made. Yeah.
You're making some sacrifices.
Yeah.
If you guys get divorced, you have to go back into the workplace from scratch. You've lost like 5, maybe 10 years, maybe 20 of earning potential and advancement and promotion. So I've always said that I would want a clause in a prenup that should we divorce, I get a retroactive salary type payment for the work of raising the kids. So if the partnership falls apart, I'm not losing. I'm being compensated for the earning potential that I've lost by giving that sacrifice to our family, by being the one who took that hit
It's interesting.
when it could have been either of us.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if that would be a red flag to any potential
What, a
marriage
prenup?
partners where they're like assuming
prenup especially.
assuming someday we get divorced, I want to set a monetary value. Now, here's a question for you. If you're negotiating that, I assume you would negotiate salary and raises, right? Stepped increases in inflation, all that kind of stuff. So you'd say like, all right, year 1 of our marriage when we have our kid, I'm earning such and such, but by year 10, assuming someday we get divorced, we're going to look back and I'm going to get a raise. Do you get increases in salary with every kid?
I think it goes up with every kid, and
How much per year?
With however much amount of time. I don't know. I haven't had kids yet. I'd have to check current market rate.
How much time's involved in raising the children, caring for the home?
I'm
running the
asking these
household?
questions a little facetiously
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I do think that this is
Well, it's a big topic.
it's a fundamental misunderstanding. You mentioned a second ago, like of what a marriage is.
Yes.
And obviously, nobody goes into a marriage thinking someday we're going to get divorced. And yes, women make a ton of sacrifices but they're the only ones that can have the kids. And so a lot of people decide to have the kids and to take a step away from their careers. And they find being parents full-time much more fulfilling. There's other people who say, hey, you know what, I want to do both at the same time. And those people also pay a lot in childcare.
Childcare, chauffeur services, meal, all the stuff that this lady mentioned
What
in her
this lady's
piece.
describing, much less well thought out than what you're describing.
I want
Laura,
some
but-
safety if it does fall apart, but I don't
That's
I don't
what a
intend to
divorce
get
is.
divorced.
You'd get a financial settlement and a divorce, right?
Yeah,
As
I just want to make sure that financial settlement.
Well, no, you're in
makes
a
sense
divorce.
for me.
In
That's
a
what I'm
divorce,
trying to
you're gonna get whatever half of it is, and you're gonna get the life that you've grown
Yeah, see,
accustomed
if
to.
I was a stay-at-home mom, I'd want a little bit more than half. That's what I'm saying.
Those numbers just don't add up for me.
If it doesn't work, I can have a registry somewhere. Like people can buy you toasters. and
Exactly.
vacuum
A
cleaners and
divorce
stuff.
registry, yeah,
Right, yeah.
But
What a day we're
What this
having.
lady's not like getting right is that she's trying to turn the mom into an employee of the husband.
Yes,
And
that's
I
how
think-
that's how she's framing this.
I think that I know that's not what you're suggesting, Laura, but like it does turn one person into an employee of the other. There's a lot of rules about employees, right?
Yes, there are.
Can he fire you if you're not doing a good job?
Can you
he
sleep
go and
together?
You got,
Is that
you
part
got
of
an
the
HR
arrangement?
director living in the garage for you?
is that just prostitution now?
Wow.
If she's like, I'll only have sex with you if you pay me this amount of money.
In some states, I think in Las Vegas it would be. Yeah,
Well, it's legal in Las
yes, I'm
Vegas.
saying. Yeah.
I don't know. This whole thing is ridiculous.
You know, there's a very evolved understanding of what a marriage is nowadays. I think it wasn't always the case. To Laura's earlier point about women making sacrifices and giving up opportunities and life decisions that don't pan out because guys were dirtbags or whatever the circumstances were, and they
it's the
paid a heavy
guys.
price.
A lot of times it's the
a
ladies.
lot of times it is.
A lot
You're
of
right. I
times
mean,
it's
I
the
mean to
women.
be misogynistic, but yeah.
There's a lot of toxic.
We could throw in an if I'd cheat clause.
There's a lot of
you know?
toxic femininity out there, Spike. that
There
people don't
is.
talk about all the time.
I watch it on TV every night. It's awesome.
It's me. I'm cackling in the corner.
Well, to this lady, I wish her all the best.
Yeah,
in her
nothing but
future
happiness
marriage
for you, dear.
pursuits.
Yes.
I think she's gonna have a lot of.